Children, will continue with the chapter statistics. In the first video, we saw how to find the arithmetic mean. Two different formulas you studied. Now, arithmetic mean can be found with the help of many methods. One method in the last class we have studied, it is the direct method. And what was the formula? X bar is equal to sigma xi fi by sigma fi. Now, in this class, we learn another method to find the average or arithmetic mean of a set of data. The second method is called assumed mean method. The first step how to do is choose one of the xi's. Xi means the class mark or the midpoint of the class intervals as assumed mean and denote it as capital A. Let di is equal to xi minus a. Therefore, arithmetic mean x bar is equal to a plus sigma fi di by sigma fi. So, with the help of assumed mean method, we can find the x bar with the help of this formula. And what is the formula? X bar is equal to a plus sigma fi di by sigma fi, where di is equal to xi minus a. And what is a? It is one of the xi's or the assumed mean. We will do more problems, then it will be clear to you. Okay. Exercise 14.1, second question. Find the mean of daily wages of 50 workers. So, there are 50 workers. Their daily wages are given here in rupees 100 to 120, 120 to 140, 140 to 160, 160 to 180, 180 to 200. Between these ranges, how many workers are there? 12, 14, 18, 6 and 10. We will find their average daily wages with the help of assumed mean method. Okay. So, I have drawn the table here. Class interval 100 to 120, 120 to 140, it is written. Their frequency, respective corresponding frequencies are also there. When we add all the frequency, we get the answer as 50. In the question also it is said there are 50 workers. So, see that when you add the frequency, you get a 50 itself. Okay. Now, we will find the mid value of the class intervals. 100 plus 120 by 2, 220 by 2, which is equal to 110. The next one will be 130, 150, 170, 190. These will be the mid values. 110, 130, 150, 170, 190. Now, we have to take an assumed mean A. How will we take this? In these 5 xi's, usually we take the middlemost mid value. So, here it is 150 and we can write it there A. So, that is the assumed mean that we are taking. So, our next table will be di. What is di? Xi minus A. 110 minus 150. What will be 110 minus 150? Minus 40. 130 minus 150? Minus 20. 150 minus 150? 0. 170 minus 150? 20. 190 minus 150? 40. So, we get the di as minus 40, minus 20, 0, 20 and 40. Then, we should find fi di. Fi here, di this column, 12 into negative 40, that will be minus 480. Then the next one will be 14 into negative 20. Then 8 into 0, 0. 6 into 20, 120. 10 into 40, 400. So these are the FIDI values and we have to find the sum. When we find the sum, it will become sigma FIDI. And when you find the sum, you will get the answer as negative 240. Now we can find the arithmetic mean. X bar, what was the formula? A plus sigma FIDI by sigma Fi. What was the assumed mean that we took? 150 plus. What was sigma FIDI? Negative 240 by sigma Fi will be 50. 0 and 0 gets cancelled. 150 minus 24 by 5. Children, you can take the LCM, subtract, write the answer. But the more easier way will be, you divide what is 24 by 5. You will get a decimal value. And here it will be 150 minus 4.8. After subtracting, you will get the answer as 145.2. So the average wages of 50 workers will be rupees 145.2. I hope the problem is clear to you. So always circle the number which you are going to take as your assumed mean A. Then additional one more column came. What was it? DI, which is equal to Xi minus A. And then we have to multiply each frequency and DI and take their sum. Okay. Your next problem. Find the mean number of days a student was absent. The number of days are given here, number of students are given. So we can draw the table, we can write the class intervals and we can write the frequencies. Whenever you get in the question paper, the question will be written in this format. So when you are writing it into your notebook or into your answer sheet, you have to write it in the other way and then you can write the class interval and frequency in this manner. Class interval is here, frequency is here. Children, here you can see that the class size, what was class size? Upper limit minus lower limit. 6 minus 0 is 6, 10 minus 6 is 4, 14 minus 10 is 4, 20 minus 14 it is 6. Here in each class intervals, the class sizes are different. Usually the class sizes should be same throughout, but for arithmetic mean, it is not compulsory. Okay, we can find our arithmetic mean directly here. So here our Xi will be 0 plus 6 by 2, which will be equal to 3. Then 6 plus 10, 16 by 2, 8. 10 plus 14, 24 by 2, 12. 17, 24, 33 and 39. Now from the Xi's we have to take the assumed mean. Here somewhat the middle value is 17 and I took it as A. Any value you can take. If we take somewhat the middle value, it will be easy to calculate. Then di is equal to Xi minus A. 3 minus 17. What will be 3 minus 17? Negative 14. 8 minus 17. negative 9, negative 5, 0. Then 24 minus 17, it will be 7. Then 16 and 39 minus 17, 22. So we got our DIs also. Multiply 11 into negative 14. FI 11 into negative 14 will be negative 154. 10 into minus 9, minus 90. 7 into minus 5, minus 35. 4 into 0, 0. 4 sevens are 28. 3 into 16. Multiply 3 into 16. You will get the answer as 48. 1 into 22, 22. Once you get your FIDIs, what should you do? Add, write the total. It will be minus 181. Total of FI will be 40. So now you are having all your informations. You can find x bar. What is the formula? A plus sigma Fi di by sigma Fi. What was your assumed mean? A 17 plus minus 181 by 40. And when I divide, I will get 17 minus 4.525. After subtraction, it will be 12.475. If I want to take 2 decimal places, it will be approximately 12.48. So if the question comes to find the arithmetic mean, and if there is no specific method given, you can either use direct method or you can use assumed mean method. But in the question specifically they have said find the arithmetic mean using assumed mean method, then you have to follow what is given in the question. You have to use the assumed mean method itself. Okay? Both the methods are easy to learn. Little more easy to calculate will be, I think, it is assumed mean method. So learn the formula, children. So under arithmetic mean, we have learned 3 formulas now. One was sum of observation by number of observation when the data is not grouped, when the row data is given. Then when the data are grouped, when class intervals are given, when frequency distribution table is given. There are 2 methods to find arithmetic mean. First method is called the direct method. What was the formula? Sigma xi fi by sigma fi. Second method, assumed mean method. We are taking one of the xi's as assumed mean, then we are subtracting it, and then we are finding the arithmetic mean with the help of the formula. X bar is equal to A plus sigma fi di by sigma fi, where di is equal to xi minus A. Okay, learn the formulas thoroughly. Thank you.